So while we see if anyone else hops in today, what we're going to do is, today is basically going to be a whole lot of 30-second intervals. And we're just going to mix it up with inside of that. A lot of that's going to be with short rest. Some of that's going to be with longer rest. We'll wait and see. But the idea is we're just going to do a whole lot times 30 seconds. And what we will do is we will, even through the pre, but that's okay. We'll get to that in a minute. Let's get warmed up. I'll hop on this guy's here. Fix this. All right. You know the drill now. Shaking it out. Good. Get this loose. Get some twists in the spine going as well here. All right. And then we'll get that, what is this? Left arm. Left arm forward. Nice and big. Again, range of motion. All right. Just got run over by a kid there, sorry. All right, let's switch the other arm forward. Nice and slow still, up nice and tall. Okay, and let's go to that other arm again and back now. So switch the left arm, nice and big over the top. Nice range of motion, particularly on that back side of the swing. And switch to the other arm. Nice big motion. And right over the top. Squeezing it in there. Feel that stretch across the front of the shoulder. All right, now let's go forward. Sorry, I apologize if I lost you there again for a second. Kids are running in the street. I don't know what's going on here. It's all right. All right, here we go. Big arm circles forward. Now we add a little bounce to it. Right over the top. Nice big circles here. And then we'll switch to the other way, backwards, and open it up right across there, right over the top. And a little bounce in. And we're starting to get the shoulders moving here. And we're starting to feel it a little bit. That's the point. All right. Let's go right up into that streamline now, and now let's take what we've been doing and let's stretch it a little bit, right up tall, right to the ceiling, lean over to one side, and take it over to the other side, and then squeeze one more time right up top, and then we'll just shake it out for a sec, a little shake, give those a little rest, and we'll go up into one more streamline here, right back up. Nice and tall, again, stretching it right up. And now just wiggle around how you feel how you see fit, what feels good. Just kind of feel that stretch. All right, and we'll drop it down. There we go. Excellent, and just shake it out a little bit. All right, so we'll get going here in just a second. Pull up my clock. So as I said, today, we're just going to be hitting up a lot of 30-second intervals. And we're going to start with that on the warm-up here, or warm-up / preset. And basically what we're going to be doing is we're going to be starting out with one arm at a time, and then slowly mixing in some alternating stuff as we go. So again, remember with this pre and this warm-up, nice and slow and very form focused. We're really emphasizing the catch up top here, right through here, pulling right through the back. And again, we don't need a lot of tempo here. It's mostly just getting this familiar, getting this ingrained in this warm-up, and then we'll carry it into that main set. So just nice and slow and relaxed, focusing on form and still letting your shoulders and all the muscles warm up. But we're going to start out here with just right arm only, 30 seconds straight. So it's kind of it's going to feel like a long 30 seconds, but again, we shouldn't have a lot of tension. Don't have to have crazy tempo on this. We're just getting that motion down, but it's going to be 30 seconds for right arm only, and then we'll take a little rest. And we will go here in 5 seconds. Okay, and go. 30 seconds, right arm only, all the way through. Nice straight arm in the back. When we do this warm-up, sometimes you can even almost pause at the back end there and kind of emphasize that tricep squeeze. Yeah, there we go. And just really feel that full range of motion all the way through the back. Nice high elbow catch at the top. Good. Got 5 more seconds. We'll take a little rest here. Okay, and rest. All right, we'll take a little break, short break here, and then we're switching to the left arm. So we're just gonna do 30 seconds left arm only. So same thing, same idea. Now it's just with the other arm. So if anyone's ever kind of got those imbalances or you feel weaker on one side than the other, this is a great opportunity to focus on that one side, that one arm. All right, we're gonna go in 5 seconds, 30 seconds of left arm only, and go. So this is left arm only now, 30 seconds. And a nice, yeah, good squeeze there, Scott, right at the back, excellent. All the way through. And just really emphasizing that catch. Les, great catch up front there, good job. Yeah, and just go right through the back, a little pause, and then bring it right back up. Okay, and rest. These 30-second intervals are gonna feel great today, nice and short. Okay, we're moving on here. We're going to the other side again, back to our right arm. This time though, it's gonna be 20 seconds of the right arm, and then the last 10 seconds is gonna be alternating, so both arms together. Now, with that right arm, keep that same slow motion, and then when we add the alternating, you can add a little tension if you'd like, add a little tempo on that last 10 seconds. But we'll go in 10 seconds. It's 30 seconds straight, starting with 20 seconds right arm only. And go. So right arm only, full pull, nice and relaxed still. We're gonna do this for 10 more seconds, and then we're gonna switch to we're gonna go to an alternating. So just like a swimming type of motion for 10 seconds. Okay, and now we're alternating. So full, and then we're going to that double motion. Now we're trying to keep that same great feel, but adding in the other arm. And rest. All right. Good job. Take a short rest. Now we're going to do that with the left arm. So now we've got 20 seconds left arm only, 10 seconds of alternating. So a 30-second interval. 20 seconds straight of left, right into 10 seconds of alternating. We're going to go in 5 seconds. Okay, and go. Left arm only to start. Again, nice and relaxed, form, focus, good catch. Good pull all the way through the back. Got 10 more seconds of this, and then we'll add in the other arm and get some alternating motion going. Okay, and alternate now. So we're into that swimming motion. Add a little tension, a little tempo on this last little part if you'd like, as we're starting to get warmed up. And rest. There we go, short and easy. Good, stand up for a sec, shake it out. Now we're gonna move on back to the right arm. This time it's 10 seconds right arm only, 20 seconds alternating. So 10 seconds right arm only, 20 seconds alternating. Again, add a little tension, a little tempo to that 20 seconds on the back end. We'll go in 10 seconds. So we still start out with that right arm only. Should be nice and relaxed, not a ton of tension. Working on form. We're gonna go in 3, 2, 1, go. Right arm only. We're only doing it for 10 seconds now. Okay, and now we're alternating. Add a little tension, add a little tempo now that we're starting to get warmed up. The one arm only is really the form focus. And now we're starting to start feeling good with the alternating here. Go for 5 more seconds. Okay, and rest. All right, good job. Short little break, and now we're doing the same thing on the other arm. 10 seconds left arm only, 20 seconds alternating. So still form focused, warm up centric on that left arm only. And we add a little tension, a little tempo for the 20 alternating. We're gonna go in 10 seconds here. 10 seconds of left arm only, 20 seconds of alternating with a little more tension. We're gonna go in 3, 2, 1, go. Left arm only. Nice and relaxed. Great catch up front. Straight arm finish. Okay, now we switch to the alternating. 20 seconds of alternating now. We've got our little tension. Job, we got 5 more seconds. Okay, and rest. All right, let's put the bands down for a minute. That's our little pre-warm up. So we'll stretch it out now that we're through that. And we're gonna get cranking on our main set today. And again, it's gonna be these 30-second intervals. And we are gonna, basically what we'll do is we'll start out with our first part of this main set is we're gonna go 30 seconds at about a 70% relaxed, go all day type effort. 30 seconds, that's a little bit harder. We'll say about that 80% type effort. 30 seconds, that's very hard, about a 90%, but not crazy. It's something that you could definitely hold for a minute. And then we're gonna finish with 30 seconds max effort, just 30 seconds all out. Now here's the kicker. We're gonna do all of that on 10 seconds rest, short rest. So it's 4 times 30 seconds, starting out at a relaxed 70, a little bit harder, a little bit harder. That fourth one is a max. You couldn't, you know, we're going for 30 seconds, maybe you could do it for 32 seconds. But the big thing on that is really getting on top of that catch up front and finishing all the way through the back. So it's short rest in between these. We're gonna build up to 30 seconds max, and then we'll take a longer break. But we will get going in about 20 seconds here. We're starting out with that first 30 seconds is nice and relaxed, smooth endurance, go all day type of effort. Nothing crazy, and we're gonna build on from there. I'm gonna go in 10 seconds. And remember, these are on short rest. Okay, first interval, and go. This first 30 seconds is relaxed, go all day, easier type of effort. Form is gonna be perfect because the tension isn't high. Tempo isn't gonna be crazy. Halfway. Nailing all the aspects of the stroke, great body position, great head position, setting up for the harder stuff. Okay, and rest. It's a short 10-second rest. Now we're gonna add some effort here, add some tension. Now we're bumping it up. This one's gonna be harder. Talking like maybe an 80% type effort. In 3, 2, 1, go. So this is number 2 of 4. Effort's increased, tempo's increased. This one isn't crazy, but it's a little bit harder. We'll call this a strong effort. Form is still gonna be great here. We're still getting on top of it. 10 more seconds. Still finishing all the way through. We're starting to accelerate a little bit more through the back end. Now we've added a little bit of effort. And rest. Okay, short 10 seconds. And now we've got 30 seconds. This is a hard effort. This is a 90% effort. So not max, but hard. And we're gonna go in 3, 2, 1, go. Effort number 3 of 4. So each one's getting a little bit harder. This is our 3 out of 4. So we're talking like maybe like a 90% type effort, something that you could probably do for a minute, but no more. But we're only doing it for 30 seconds. Form is still good, but this one's hard. 10 more seconds. Keep it going. And rest. All right, short 10 seconds, last one, max effort. This is a really hard effort, but we're still making sure we finish all the way through. Max still means you can finish all the way through. We're gonna go in 3, 2, 1, go. 30 seconds, all out here. Max effort, super hard. Definitely wanna make sure you got that nice elbow, high elbow catch to help that pull, to work that tension. Tempo's up, we're accelerating through the back, but we're still finishing all the way through with that straight arm. Body position is good. 10 more seconds. Don't bury that head down. Now it's getting hard. And rest. All right, longer rest. You can put the cords down. A little bit of a longer rest on this one. Nice job. Okay. Good job. All right, so a little longer rest here. Stretch it out, grab some water. And what we're gonna do now is we're gonna do that same thing in reverse. We're starting with the max and we're going down 30 seconds max, 30 seconds 90%, 30 seconds 80%, 30 seconds at 70. So even that last little bit, it's gonna hurt because we're gonna keep that short rest in there, okay? So this time we're just doing it the opposite direction, starting really hard. We go down to a little bit easy, not easy, but easier than that max, so like a 90%, drop it down to maybe an 80% for number 3, and then number 4 is our easy go all day, still gonna burn because you've already done a lot type of effort. All right, we'll get going in 20 seconds here. This time we are starting max, right from the get-go, starting hard, and then it'll only get easier from there. We go in 10 seconds. We go in 5, 3, 2, 1, go. 30 seconds max to start. Right where we left off at the end of that last one. Hard from the get-go. Sprinting right out of the gates here. Still great body position. Still great catch, and still finishing all the way through the back. All the cues, all the things we got to make sure we're remaining focused on, despite this hurting really bad. 5 more seconds. And rest. Good job, everybody. Now this is where it's going to burn a little. We're going to go a little bit easier. It's going to be 90%, but we've got short rest on these. Okay, easier effort and still hard, 90%. We're going to go in 3, 2, 1, go. So this is still a really hard effort, but we've used up on that tension. This is something, again, you could hold for the minute if you had to, but that's still going to hurt. Still dialed in on that form and that catch. We're past the halfway point. Keep the tempo up. We're accelerating through past the hip. We've got 5 more seconds. And rest. Excellent. Another short rest, and we're getting easier again now. Now it's like that 80% effort. All right. And then we've got one more after that. We're going to go in 3, 2, 1, go. Comes quick now, but this is a little bit easier. We're still got a little bit of an acceleration through the back, not as much. The tension's come off a little. Arms are really fatigued and tired at this point, but we've still got that great catch up front. And we're still finishing all the way through. 10 more seconds here. 5 more seconds. And rest. All right, short rest here, and we've only got one more. This is easy, go all day. It's not going to feel easy, but it's going to be the least tension, the easiest effort out of this bunch. We'll finish with this 30 seconds in 3, 2, 1, go. Now we're on our perfect form, go all day effort. Really focused on technique and form on this one with fatigued shoulders. We're tired. Things are starting to hurt a little. This is when you refocus into that form. You don't let it fall apart just because things are getting tired. Still finishing all the way through, and a great catch up front. 5 more seconds. And rest. All right, drop those bands, grab some water, stretch it out. Nice job. All right, so we'll take again a nice little extended rest here. Good. All right, stretch it out. We'll take a break. How'd that feel? Good? All right.
I'm not sure if I like the 2-minute intervals or those better. I mean, it's still 2 minutes.
It is. I mean, it is 2 minutes. It's a 2-minute interval, 10 seconds rest in your mind. It's a rest, but it's like a really lazy flip turn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Good. So here's the fun part. We're going to do that again. We're not going to break at the top this time, but it's going to be 30 seconds on, 30 seconds off. So plenty more rest on this. Starting at that 70%, go all day for 30 seconds. Then we'll take the same amount of rest, but we're going to go 4 up, 70%, 80%, 90% max. And then we're going to double that up. Max again, then 90, 80, 70. But again, 30 seconds rest in between each one. That second max is going to be burning. And if you need to adjust, if tension, if you had a certain tension on that max 30 seconds, number one, You might need a little less tension on max number 2 just to make sure that we're still getting everything we need to out of that full finish all the way through, that great catch up front, all of those things. And then again, you're going to feel that burn coming down the backside of that. But the big thing, what we want to do here is obviously we don't want to hurt anybody here. We don't want to put too much fatigue, so adjust if you need to. But the idea is as we get down, the tension becomes less, shoulders are fatigued. You're getting easier. It doesn't seem that easier, but the idea here is we really want to practice, especially that catch and that finish on fatigue shoulders. When things are starting to hurt and things start to fall apart, the first thing that tends to happen when those shoulders get tired is it's much harder as your lats get tired, your shoulders get tired. It's much harder to get into this position when those are tired. It's so much easier, especially through here, to pull this way. So the big thing is trying to make sure we're still getting this on tired shoulders. All right, we'll go in about 20 seconds here. We're starting out with that go all day, setting up great form, 70% type effort for that first 30 seconds. And we're gonna go in 10 seconds here. In 10 seconds, we'll get going. Okay, we're gonna go in 3, 2, 1, go. 30 seconds, relaxed. This is gonna be the easiest out of all of them, so enjoy it. Perfect form, excellent. Don't need crazy tempo. Going all the way through, great. 10 more seconds of this one. Okay, and rest. All right, you got 30 seconds of rest. It's gonna seem like a lot right now, but when we're coming back down, that 30 seconds rest is gonna go by a lot faster than 30 seconds of work, that's for sure. All right, so we're increasing the effort now, a little bit harder on this one. We're up to maybe what would be like an 80% effort. Tempo is gonna increase a little bit. Tension's gonna increase a little bit. We're gonna go in 5 seconds. Go in 3, 2, 1, go. So this is number 2, a little bit harder now. So the tension comes on a little bit, as I said, the tempo starts to increase, and by that we're just kind of accelerating through the back end just a little bit more after we've got that great high elbow catch. 10 more seconds. Okay, and rest. Excellent. Here we go. It's getting harder now. 2 down on our way up. We're up to number 3, 90%. This is our hard effort here. Not our all out, but this is we could hold it for maybe a minute type thing. Hard effort. 30 seconds of it. We're gonna go in 10 seconds. Interval number 3. Now it's getting hard. Okay, we're gonna go in 3, 2, 1, and go. Here we are now. This is that hard effort. This is where we're gonna get halfway through and the head starts to drop a little. If you're standing, you might start to stand up a little bit too much. So let's hold that great body position. Helps reinforce that nice high elbow catch as well as the finish as we really are accelerating now through the back end of this, past the hips. Keep it up. And rest. All right, 30 seconds rest. Plenty of rest here. Stretch it out if you need to. And now we are on to the pinnacle, the peak here. We have got max effort. We're gonna end up doing this 2 times. This is a max effort number 1. We've reached the top. So this is 30 seconds, what you can hold for 30 seconds with great form, good catch, and finishing all the way through the back of that stroke. We're gonna go in 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1, and go. 30 seconds max here. We're going hard. And I've said it before, sometimes I find with more tension, it helps get that elbow up. It helps reinforce that nice high catch. The big thing is making sure you're able to push all the way through the back. 10 more seconds here. Max effort number 1. Hold it together, 5 more seconds. And rest. All right, 1 down, there we go. 4 down, 4 to go. We're halfway through this. Doesn't get easier yet though. We still have to do one more at that max effort. Again, it may be less tension than what you just did on that first one because we still want to make sure we're holding the form together and finishing all the way through. We're going to go in 10 seconds. We've got max effort number 2. All right, we're going to go in 3, 2, 1, and go. Max effort number 2. The last of the really hard stuff today. Let's hold it together here. Everyone's got great rhythm. The timing looks good. And this is where we're getting tired. Things are burning. Keep that elbow up on the catch, accelerating through. The whoosh, as we like to say, past the hip. 5 more seconds. And rest. Excellent. Nice job. We're making our way back down. Oof, here we go. First one that gets a little bit easier. This is like that 90% type effort, so it's still hard. Still up there. We're still accelerating through. We still have that tempo up, but a little bit less tension, a little bit easier. We're going to go in 10 seconds, making our way back down. Our effort pyramid. 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1, and go. 30 seconds at our hard 90% type effort. And this is what we were talking about. When the shoulders are fatigued, even though it's getting easier, we still have to work on holding that form together. Still have to make sure we're ensuring that nice high elbow catch at the top. 10 more seconds. Keep it together. And rest. Excellent. Ooh, there we go. It's getting easier, but it's not getting easier. We're down to our 80% effort. We've only got 2 left here. So this is our strong 80% type effort now. The shoulders are still going to be burning, even though there's less tension on there. We're going to go in 10 seconds. And again, this is what we've been working on, holding it together on tired shoulders. We're going to go in 3, 2, 1, and go. This is our 80% strong effort. And again, if we need to adjust partway through this, that's fine too. But this is where we're practicing holding that stroke together when the shoulders are getting tired. Good job. We've got 10 more seconds here. 10 more seconds. And rest. All right, 30 seconds rest. And then we're going into our last one. 30 seconds at 70% effort. This is our go all day endurance, perfect form, nice and relaxed to finish, holding it all together here. We're gonna go in 10 seconds, 10 seconds. Nice job. Let's close this out with a great effort here. We're gonna go in 3, 2, 1, and go. Now, this is where the tension is the lightest it's been. It's the quote unquote easiest, but the shoulders still have that burn in them. We're still feeling that, those 2 max efforts. So we're really making sure the form is great here. 10 more seconds. Cruising through the end. And you're done. Oof, there we go. Short 30-second intervals. Who knew they could be so hard? But I guess, do they count as 30-second intervals if you're only getting 10 seconds rest? I don't know. We'll say yes. Nice job, guys. So that burned a little today, and it's hitting that max. And what it is it's practicing thinking about form when shoulders are tired, when your body's getting fatigued, and it's harder to hold that position. That's when we really need to emphasize it and make sure we're holding that all together. But nice job. Oh, anybody have any questions, especially as we're getting back into the water? I know, Alexi, you mentioned something to me earlier this week about you noticed one of the harder things getting back into swimming was all of a sudden remembering how to breathe. And where does that breath come in? And timing comes into it a little bit. So it's that's one of those things, you know, we focus on things like the catch so easily when we're doing the bands, but then all of a sudden you know, that's still there when we get back in the water, but it's the other things. It's rotation, it's breathing, it's timing. It's all those little things that we kind of fall off that we're not able to replicate with the bands, but it's hard to do.
Not so much.
Yeah,
Oh, go ahead.
Oh, you go.
I was just going to make a comment, John. I really appreciate these. For those of us who don't have water access yet, it's very helpful. Can't make the midweek ones because of work, but get right on them the next morning when they're posted. So I'll definitely be going back to the library once we're done with all these.
Oh, excellent. Yeah, I think we'll keep them going. And yeah, Les, where are you located that you're still not getting in the water?
Yeah, Calgary.
Oh, okay. Do they have any plans to for you to be able to get in soon, or is it just still going to be like, no?
From a regulation perspective, June 8th, they said was fine, but I think the pools were all started doing maintenance, drained all the water and such. So they're saying July 20th. So
oh, wow.
To go.
Yeah, well, we'll keep you going on this for sure then.
Right.
Yeah, sorry, Alexi, what were you going to say?
So the breathing was really, really awful. But the second thing is, you know, when I was getting in the water, I couldn't get like the catch. My hand was entering the water completely straight, and I actually could not, I mean, for the life of me, try to come in the water not flat. And I'm assuming it's the bands. I don't know, you know, because we're staying so much. Like the bands bring you back flat, right?
Yeah, I mean, it does kind of get you up flat. So I think what that is it's kind of that emphasis. And it's one of those things I don't like to highlight it too much, because you'll find some coaches say like, enter your hand at an angle when you go into the water. But I find people tend to overemphasize that. So instead of coming in, you know, when I say come in at an angle, I mean, it's a slight angle like this. And sometimes what you'll see people come in like this. And then what happens is they've lost that whole part of this catch up here. So it's coming in at a slight angle. So basically you're not coming in even with the water. Your fingertips have to enter the water, and they kind of come in it's a slight angle below the surface, just a little bit. It's not one of those things where I will say too often to people, enter your hand at an angle, because like I said, what ends up happening is people end up reaching down towards the bottom instead of kind of pushing that shoulder. And that's one of the things you can think about too, is as you enter and you push that shoulder forward, try to feel the water a little bit on the back of your fingers, and that will help kind of get that in that position. So if your elbow's at the surface, try to feel the water hitting the back of your hand a little bit. And again, that's also part of what we talk about when we say the feel when you get in. That's part of it. And it's just remembering, how does it feel in the water? And it's translating what we do with the bands into that, because it's so much easier just to feel it because you have the force of the band there. But when you get in the water, you're manipulating the surface, which isn't going to give you don't have as much tension like you do on the bands. And it's kind of manipulating that surface a little bit to get the feel a little bit more naturally. So it's one of those where hopefully I think you'll find as it comes in, as you do more swimming in the pool, and I think we've got you swimming a whole bunch this week, which will be good. You hopefully start to feel it a little bit more, but we can talk about that this week too, and see each session if there's things we can add in there to help with that.
Okay, thank you. Happy Father's Day.
Thank you. All right, awesome. Thank you guys so much. Appreciate you being in here, and hopefully see everybody on Wednesday.
Yeah, thanks, John. Happy Father's Day.
Thank you. Same to you.
Cheers.